welcome back to my channel. I'm Tabea and thank you for watching today's video. So to make matters short, I currently live in Tokyo. I came here from Germany around 1.5 years ago. So it's been quite some time and I've experienced some things with like changing of work, school, etc. So I got quite a lot of questions about this in my DMs and I try to answer all of you, but like it's getting out of hand, so I decided to make a video on that topic. I also asked some questions on Instagram what you guys want to know, so I'm gonna start out right away. Okay, so let's start off question number one, which was traveling, the cost of traveling. I just want to make it short. It depends on where you want to stay, if you're staying in expensive hotels or not. For me, the time I traveled here for 2 weeks, I would recommend at least 2 weeks to travel around Japan a bit. Well, I don't even know. I think I would have spent between, yeah, I guess around 1,000 euro for hotel itself. And yeah, it depends on how much you want to travel around, depending on how much you want to go shopping. So I guess I would say like 3,000 euros. But if you want to know more about traveling and like tips and tricks on how to travel in Japan, I will make a video on that as well. So let's go into like living in Japan questions. How did your parents react and how much did it cost to start living in Japan? So my dad was the person who went to Japan with me for the first time. So he kind of knew that I fell in love with the country, and my parents were very happy for me that I made this decision. Of course my dad is kind of sad that I like don't live with him anymore, and I think it's even harder for him than he wants to admit. But for me it's quite hard to. I of course miss my family. But yeah, they are supporting me as much as they can, and they're really proud of me that I made this step. So yeah, I'm really thankful for them supporting me the way they do. How much did it start cost? Well, that also depends on if you choose. Like me, I decided to move into an apartment by myself just because I don't like living with people together. I don't like sharing a bathroom or something, all that stuff. I need my own time for myself when I'm at home. So yeah, I decided to get an apartment outside of Tokyo. It's like 25 minutes to Shibuya, so it's pretty convenient here. And the size of my apartment is around 19 square meters. I know it doesn't sound big, but I promise you, you'll be happy for those 19 square meters. So yeah, it also really depends on how and where you want to live. There are other options like living communities where you live together with other people and all these things, so you can really find a lot. I will leave down a webpage down below in the comments where I will where you can search for apartments or what is it called, like places where you can live together with people, and depending on different locations you can also see the prices. So I came to Japan with the intention of only staying 1 year. I will talk about my visa later on. So I saved up a lot of money. I had a job in Germany before I came here, and I saved up around 7,000 euros. So that's how I started. I would definitely recommend to save around that much up before you come here, so just that you can pay like the move-in fees, because the first fee you have to pay for your apartment is pretty high. So be prepared the first month to spend a lot just on housing. So yeah, I would definitely recommend to save up a big sum of money, a few thousands at least, to kind of be safe, because I didn't find a job right away. It's really hard. And that will lead us right to the next question. As what are you working, and was it easy to find a job as a German? For example, because for English teaching jobs mostly native speakers are searched. Yeah, so that's true. As I just said, it was not very easy to find a job for me at first. I had the very good opportunity that the time I traveled to Japan, I got to know someone who has a bar here in Harajuku. Go visit him, he's really nice. I posted him in my Harajuku vlog, so watch that and like see my boss. He's really sweet. So I had the opportunity and the chance that he gave me that I can work for him every Saturday, which of course is not enough to pay for rent and everything. That's why I said save up a lot of money before that. And yeah, so I had that opportunity, and then my other friend introduced me to modeling agencies. So I had a few gigs with modeling agencies and also freelancing modeling where I made some money, but you know, it's not steady income, so it's really hard. I came here without speaking Japanese, so I would definitely recommend studying Japanese before you come here, because you won't. I thought I will pick up a lot of Japanese as soon as I'm here, but I didn't. So I would definitely recommend to study Japanese beforehand, because it will help you in job searching. So now about the English teaching stuff. I did have an English teaching job for 5 months. Yeah, around 5 months. It was very close to my place actually, and I was very grateful. The man was also really nice, because he said my English is good enough and sounds pretty native apparently to be teaching. But yeah, for me, I just noticed after some time it's not a job for me. I can't teach, especially not kids. So I ended up quitting that job around Christmas. I still do private English teaching, but it's more having conversations with people than teaching actually. So there is a web page called Hello Sensei. I will also leave the link down below, and you can sign up there and people will contact you over the website. It's not only English, it's also like you can choose German or French or any language you speak, and then people who want to learn the language will contact you. And you can also say how much you can do, if you really can study grammar with them or if you only want to do conversations. So it's really good for you, so you can choose what you're comfortable with and choose your rate, what you want for an hour. And yeah, so that's the thing with teaching. You might be lucky. Well, you can also teach, of course, your native language. There are places around here who teach German, for example, so you might be able to find a place there. But a lot of like more higher qualified places want you to have experience or a degree in teaching, which is totally understandable, and I would definitely recommend it, because teaching is like I said, I didn't like it. It was really hard for me. Continuing with the job thing, is it hard to get a job in Japan? How do job interviews work? So is it hard to get a job in Japan? Yes, if you don't speak the language. So as I said, my first year here was horrible because I didn't have steady income. It was because I didn't find a job. So it was quite struggling for me to find a consistent job, but this year I finally got my combini job. So I do it part-time besides school. The boss knew that I spoke like basic Japanese and that I'm right now going to school to study Japanese, so he knows everything, of course, and he was very sweet. And of course the whole job interview was in Japanese, and it was very interesting. So yeah, but I'm very grateful that he gave the job opportunity to me, and I mean, he still didn't get rid of me, so I think I'm doing good. But yeah, so how do I say the job interview? Well, I think it depends on company to company, just like in every other country too. But I can only speak from my experience for the combini job and the English teaching job. So I started with the English teaching job. It was like, do you have experience teaching? How good is your English? And I just talked with the dude, and then he gave me a few leaflets to study how to teach and all this stuff. Similar was the Japanese interview. I went to there with a suit actually because I was so scared. So I went with a suit and he was like, oh, you don't need a suit. I was like, oh, okay. Damn. But yeah, so he asked me questions like, where are you from? How long have you been in Japan? Do you have a Japanese bank account? What else? Do you have retail experience? Which I actually do. So I studied retail for 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years, so I have experience in that. And then of course he asked which languages I speak, and how long I want to stay in Japan is also a question that he asked me. Yeah, and then he also, like, for the company I had to watch a lot of videos where it explains how everything works, so with theft and what the rules are. And then he gave me a lot of, like, I think this many papers like it was a lot to explain, like how to do things in the store and how to work the cash register, which is completely in Japanese. So that was fun. Yeah, so we had that, and yeah, but all in all, I can only speak good experiences from my 2 job interviews until now. They were really great. Are you planning to stay in Japan forever or just momentarily? So I will continue studying Japanese for another 2 years. And of course after that I want to find a job, but we will see how that will go on. I don't know yet, so it will depend on my situation after school if I stay here forever or not. I like it here, I really enjoy it, but of course it comes with good things and bad things to live here. I miss my family a lot, which is normal, but yeah, so we will see. I'm not sure yet how I want to do that. The next is, what has been the most challenging experience? Let's say finding the job. I think it's really challenging to go to someone, to a store, or write an email in a language you don't perfectly speak. It's really scary, but once you get used to it, you will trust yourself and will be better. But I think that was really the most challenging experience, to speak to people for jobs. What's the best part of being a model? So I'm only doing part-time modeling, and now that I found my company job, I don't do modeling as much anymore, just because I want to focus on the job I already have. Yeah, because the company is a steady income and I have to give my shift every month, or every half a month. I don't have as much time, but yeah, since if you set like days for modeling, you will have to wait very long for the results if you can even go to the audition, or at least or the shoot. So yeah, and also I have school every day, so I can't really do shoots that are not on the weekend, but most of the shoots are. But to specifically answer the question, I met most of my best friends now because of modeling, and so they're either other models or photographs or Instagrammers, and it's just so great. And the community is really nice, and I met my best friends over this, so I'm just really blessed for my friends, and I would say that's the best part. The people you meet, the connections you make, definitely that part. And of course it's fun. I love modeling, it's great. It's a great work. So yeah, and then for more questions that I got like in my DMs, so currently, which visa do I have? So I'm currently on a student visa because I am studying Japanese in a language school. I will leave a link down below to a page which will help you find the school for you, because like every school is different, and you can choose your own schools, and you will get a person who talks to you and gives you tips and advice which would be the best for you and helps you with the payments and everything, and it's really great. I'm very thankful to the person who helped me. So yeah, thank you, Philip. And the company is great, and they will offer you very different schools, and also if you not live in Japan yet, they can help you with finding an apartment here if you haven't done that already. So you can definitely check them out, they're really great. And yeah, so my school is in Shibuya. Sadly right now everything is online. I've never actually had in-class class, which is really sad. I really would prefer that, but we can't change right now, so that's that. And yeah, so and before that, so my first year was a working holiday visa. So it's like a work and travel visa. You don't need any requirements to get this visa. I think you have to be between 18 and 30 years, so not younger and not older, to get this visa, and it's only available for certain countries. So I will leave the countries a link if I find it down below, which countries are able to get a working holiday visa to Japan. So yeah, as I said, you don't need a job, you don't need a school, nothing. So you can just get the visa and it's for free. At least it was for me. It was free, and you can just come to Japan for 1 year. Of course you kind of need a place to stay here, but it's not required to get the visa. So yeah, that's that, and I think that's all that I got asked for. If you think about going to school here, because schools sponsor your visa, they're mostly between or around 8,000 euros for a year, and then of course like books and everything will be added to this price. So yeah, I think that's all that's important right now, all the questions I kind of got. I hope it helped you. If you have more questions, I will gladly answer them either in a second video or in the comments down below, so please comment and let me know. So if you guys also want to know how I study Japanese besides school, and like what kind of material I use and what I would recommend for studying at home by yourself without a class, then let me know. I will make a video on that if you want that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please follow my Instagram. I will leave it down below, and also like this video. I hope I could help you, and yeah, if you still have any questions, please let me know down below in the comments. Bye bye, have a great day.